Okay, so I'm starting here as Aphrodite.
Problem.
The only reason I chose a diamond skin was because I saw that Hera went diamond, and then Wukong shortly went diamond afterwards as well. Anyways, I start this off with a Mage's Blessing and Tier 1 Cronus Pendant, which I actually end up going into Rada Tahuti first item because it works on your half-health teammates as well. So it provides you with some stronger heals. Regardless, Hera backs off, which is fine. Unfortunately, they really start to aggress upon Wukong whenever we start backing off. I try to, poke at the turret to try and get it away, heal up Wukong while, Ares backs off. Or at least I thought he was going to back off, but he didn't for a little bit. So this team is already, the opposing team is already really aggressive. I linked up with Wukong a lot of this game, I think. So, because he seemed pretty competent in what he was doing. As a diamond Wukong, I felt like that was without saying. Anyways, so I do go with Mage's Blessing instead of the Support Blessing, or Specialist Blessing, I should say, because I just wanted to test it out and see what the difference would be. Unfortunately here, my Wukong died. I didn't have my ultimate ready, and Ares shortly perishes after. Once again, I don't have a kiss up, so I couldn't save him, because early I was being a bit more aggressive. I was trying to get a feel of what this enemy team was going to be like, and it turns out they were actually pretty aggressive. So I start to be a bit more backline support. And support my team as opposed to, trying to get up there and do more aggressive things. Because Aphrodite's early game is, to say the least, fairly poor, which is unfortunate, but her late game is where she's at. Even in mid game, she can be pretty devastating if left unchecked. Her healing is very good. Here, I used that ult because I didn't want us to be caught in that CC for too long, because I was starting to realize how aggressive their team was starting to be. So I didn't want us, me and Rom, to be stuck there for who knows how long, while Discordia was there, and whoever else is there for us to, be caught and be hurt. Unfortunately, Discordia can, most of the time, because you have to be kind of close to your partner, not like super close, but close enough that Discordia can sometimes, sneak at your... She can use her to get both you and your teammate, or the person you're linked with. I died there, unfortunately. They really aggressed on Ares, and I tried to go forward and I tried to save. Unfortunately, I got Poseidon ulted, which I survived through the ult, but not the additional one that came after. I was hoping I'd be able to maybe maneuver out of it. Unfortunately, I didn't escape, which is okay. It's fine. I got to get my boots, so now I have more movement speed. And cooldown now. I actually have 10% cooldown at the moment. There, I made a big mistake. I made a pretty big mistake in pushing Osiris when he possibly could have died a lot earlier had I have not knocked him back and let Wukong stun him and then knocked him. But unfortunately, I didn't realize that Wukong was going to do that. It was a bad judgment on my part, and I take full responsibility of it. Here, I get over here and I heal an ally, then immediately switch over to Ares, and I ult him. It was a great play. It was so amazing. I kept him alive from Discordia ult before he died. So I was able... we're not gonna talk about that missed kiss either right there. We're just gonna gloss over that and not talk about it because it happens a few times. But yeah, it was really good and it felt really good to get over there and to be able to ult Rom and allow him to survive. Their King Arthur was actually being super aggressive. I Aegis here because I thought I might get clipped on the outside edge of it, which has happened to me before. Unfortunately, I'm out of mana here. I've got a mana pot going, but only for a couple more seconds. So I knew I wasn't gonna get a lot of mana to be able to support and heal people a lot more. You see this Vulcan, he was so aggressive. It was just so crazy. He was so aggressive, which it really, really sucked. Anyways, I buy my tier 2 item for building up to my Rod of Tahuti instead of Chronos Pendant, which probably is questionable, especially because a lot of people are like, you shouldn't build Tahuti first item. But in casual games like this, it's okay. In casual Clash games, I just like to have fun. Nothing too serious with my build. I'm not gonna play as if I'm playing Duel or Conquest. I like to just be a bit more free. I also bought a Mana Chalice because I knew it would come in handy and I knew it would make more sense to have it instead of continuously buying mana potions. I didn't know if he was going to be able to get anybody there, but I did try and linked with Ares so that I could, you know, dish some damage out to whoever was under him. But right now, I'm looking from left to right. I'm trying to figure out who of my teammates that I should help. But it turns out it was all good. They were able to take care of themselves. They were fine. So I look back. I was gonna link with Wukong, but I saw that he was backing. So instead, I link up with Rom, and I decide to start healing. I land a kiss on Arthur just to stop him from aggressing any further, and I continue to heal my Rom. You know, start to get his health up, while he starts to poke at the tower and really try and, you know, dish out some damage to it. And I'm healing as he's taking the tower shots, so it's negating the damage really. So I'm just here trying to keep him alive. I let my Rom know that I have an ult ready so that I can ult if worse comes to worse. So we're okay. This gets a little bit sticky, you know, there's a lot of people, so I ult because I figured they put him through a lot of CC. And luckily for me, they concentrated more on him, but I was able to ult and ultimately allow him to escape. Okay, so I want it back, but I see the minion wave coming, so I decide to clear the minion wave and then retreat. Finish an item, finally finish my Tahuti, and then start on Chronos Pendant now. I like going with this build because it gives me a lot of MP5, which is good for Aphro. A lot of mana is good for Aphro as well, but I find that even with a lot of mana, she can still be really mana hungry and run out of it. So I link up with the person's lowest health. I was trying to stun, didn't matter, or didn't end up mattering, but I link back up with Ares and I'm going to heal him as we take this tower. So we pretty much take that tower for free, luckily. There was a call to enemy missing left, but fortunately for us, they didn't really make it to us in time. I linked up with Ares there, which made him do a lot more damage to that Arthur. And I get the kill because birds. Tick damage of birds. I switch links over to Rom as he's being aggressed upon. It's hurting him, so I'm there to heal him up. I've got Mage's Blessing stacked all the way, so now I have 20% cooldown, which is good. That means I can start to heal quite a bit more reliably now. I ult that. Luckily they miss a lot of their ults. I'm trying to stay with this Rom. Unfortunately, he backflips out of my kiss, which isn't very good for either of us. I want the movement speed, you know, and be able to heal him too if he gets low. I didn't know where Wukong was going to land. I didn't know if he was going to be really aggressive. So I get in there and I just give him a quick heal while I can. This is just all pure instinct. I'm just going in and I'm healing, doing what I can to be outside of range of the fight where I can get hit and die. See, this was strange for me. Apparently I was linked to Rom, but it wasn't counting my heal whenever he had ulted, so it was very strange. Now this part of the game is actually hilarious. So I think that Hera's gonna go around and she's gonna go, you know, get the Osiris. Okay. Turns out he immediately left. He immediately just went behind there and started backing. I thought he would run around because we were gonna chase. You know, I thought she'd cut him off there and be able to get there faster because, well, she's Hera. She's got her shield for speed if she wants it. Or she could have, you know, had Argus do his thing. Poseidon ult, Discordia ult, none of them do anything. But Vulcan ult, and then Osiris is just latched onto me. I get stunned, and Osiris ulted, which unfortunately gets rid of all of my healing. So me and Hera, I think, go down here. Or no, Hera escapes. But I believe Rom died at some point during this little break. Ultimate is ready. So, good news is that Hera survived that little, well, not little, but that big collapse on us. I died, which was unfortunate, but it's okay. We're back. I get blue buff, which actually gives me, it overcaps me in cooldown because apparently blue buff on Clash map, the Clash map gives you 20% CDR. So that was also another just amazing play, is where I kissed her and ulted as she was about to get Vulcan ulted. I saw it coming. Discordia ult misses too, thank God. Since my ult is down, I can't really afford to be hit by something like that, or allow one of my allies to be hit by something like that. So I see that Rom needs some help. Unfortunately, like I said earlier, Discordia gets us both in hurt too, but I can out-heal that damage immediately once we're out of it. They didn't really capitalize on that sort of thing, which is good. I get a kill on Osiris there, finished him off, and then we push up very aggressively into this Phoenix. I have a lot of cooldown, so I'm not really too afraid. They started building a lot of anti-heal, which is understandable. It is an Aphrodite. Wukong does have his ultimate ability, which also does healing. I wanted to get out of that Poseidon pool as fast as possible. I'm just trying to keep my team alive, heal as much as I can, heal everybody, do what I gotta do. I get another kill there because Ares pulled them right into my birds, and then Hera gets a kill. And that leaves it in a 5v2 with both of them in Fountain. Osiris comes, he ults, which is unfortunate because it reduces my healing by like almost all of it, I think. And we get rid of him, so it's just Arthur, and then Discordia's up, but We have the Titan so low by now it didn't even matter.